Hello and welcome. Today I want to talk about you as your own main event. It's kind of like the cool kids talk about that main character vibe or energy. My mom, Joan Kennedy, not that Joan Kennedy, this Joan Kennedy, author and speaker, she died in 2019. She was just a month shy of 97. I've talked about her before. I'll talk about her in other videos as well, because obviously she was a key part of my life, being my mother, but also she had some pretty great ideas and shared them with people actually across the country. So in her book, the new version is called What's Age Got to Do About This? What's Age Got to Do with It? She talks about you are your own main event. She doesn't talk about it. She wrote about it. She literally says, you are your own main event. No one else is going to come along to make your life more than it is. Your life is an individual responsibility, an individual opportunity, and an individual experience. Now, I know that sometimes it's hard to realize that what our life looks like is actually our responsibility. It is looking the way it looks because of the things we have done in the past. Our beliefs, our thoughts, our actions have created the life that we're living now. So, if there's some things in your life right now that you don't like, it's not too late. It's never too late to try and make a change, to actually believe that you are your own main event and to create a life that you really are excited about living. So in this book, I'll put a link below. I think it's still sold on Amazon. I don't know where the money goes. So that's interesting, but I'm not here for the money. I'm here just to share this information, and I love what she's written, and so I want to share it with you. So in the book, she also gives, I think it's 8 ways just to kind of stay active and involved in your own life. So the first thing is stay positive, which just stay positive. It's kind of what I talked about in the last video, like just be happier, just do that, just stay positive. There's many ways that you could be more positive. And I will have videos on how to be more positive. There are some simple ways to look at your life to say, well, maybe this isn't so great, but if I looked at it this way, I could see maybe a solution to this, or a different way that I could react to this. Or even just saying every morning, I enjoy looking at life in a more positive way. That can even be just a trigger to be more positive. Preserve what you've got. I look at that as like preserve the health you have right now. So whatever level of health you're at, preserve that. Which in a way is kind of a relief that you don't have to go on any extreme diet or start an extreme exercise program, unless if you want to, always check with your doctor first. But the main thing is to preserve the health you now have, not to get worse, right? Stay close to friends and family. That's so important. But I think sometimes we sort of allow that to just happen. So if somebody else reaches out, we're happy to say, yes, I'd love to do that. This year I made my word of the year be invite. And so I intentionally invite people to do things because it is easy, especially if you're still working. I still have a full-time job. My husband's parents are aging, so we're dealing with some things with that. We have kids who are grown, but still dealing with certain things with that. So that, it can be easy not to do fun things with friends and family. Exercise every day. So this sort of goes along with preserve what you've got. And instead of exercise every day, I would change it to move every day. And I mean an intentional movement. So whether it's going for a short walk, turning on some music, dancing to music. I love whenever we always clean the house on Sundays and we play music throughout the whole house. And then I end up dancing with this, as I'm mopping the floor, I'm dancing because that makes me happy. So move every day, intentional movement every day. Eat well to stay healthy. Now, this, again, it has to be some intention behind this. I find that if I batch cook on the weekend, so say I want to make, this last weekend I made cream of zucchini soup, and my husband is not going to eat cream of zucchini soup. So I made quite a bit of it because I had a bit of zucchini from the garden. But I know now I can freeze some of that and I've got a healthy lunch or part of a healthy dinner set to go. So maybe I'm not eating 100% healthy every single meal of the day. I look more at the week. How am I doing for the week? Or maybe if I can just get one super healthy meal a day, I figure I'm winning. Stay involved in life and with people. That sort of goes with, staying close to friends and family, but I think staying involved with life and with people, staying involved is more, to me, I look at that as maybe I volunteer at the library, my community library. Maybe I volunteer at a school where I read to a class every Wednesday. Maybe I am staying involved with my neighbors so that we're on friendly terms. We know what's happening in each other's life. We can help each other. It's so important to stay involved with people, and with your community. Find your passion. How fun would it? Like if you didn't have a passion right now, if you're like, I don't really have a passion, wouldn't it be fun to look for one? Like you could just try out so many different things. So you could try out painting. You could try out cooking. You could try out YouTube. You could try out writing. You could try out so many different things just to see if you like them. What's one thing I don't think it would be a passion, but it does look really interesting. I've always wanted to try is aerial yoga. Now, there's a lot of things to consider because I am 65 and perhaps aerial yoga, that's kind of hard to say, would not be the best choice for me, but it still looks really fun, so I might do it. And the last one is live in the present, plan for the future. I love this. I think, we always hear about mindfulness and being in the present moment and being aware of things. And I think that logically we know it, but it's so hard to embody that. And I'm not sure why. Well, I am sure why. It's society, it's all the things happening around us. It's social media, it's the news, it's work, it's emails, it's constantly thinking in the future. I know that with my job, I'm constantly thinking in the future because of projects. And so you have to think, okay, what's going to happen next with this project so many weeks in the future? And I think we automatically do that with our life. We think to the next holiday, we think to the next birthday, we think to the next large event that's happening in our life instead of just thinking, being present right now in this moment. But what I also love about this statement is, yes, be present, live in the present, but also plan for the future. And that can be fun too. And I also think it could be easier to plan for the future if we are living in the present. Because living in the present, it takes away that anxiety, that anxious feeling about what's going to happen in the future. But if you plan for the future, it takes more of that anxiety away as well and allows you to be able to be in the moment, to live in this moment. If you've planned, this is going to be really silly. This is way low-key planning for the future, like thinking about eating healthy. If you actually planned a menu for next week and you went shopping and you got the ingredients, you wouldn't have to worry about that. You wouldn't have to worry about what's for dinner, what's for lunch, what's for snacks, whatever it is. You don't have to worry about that. And you can just live in this moment. Now, planning for the future, I think we can go big with this as well, right? And I don't care if you're 45, 55, 65, 70, 80. My mother was still planning for the future well into her 90s. And I think that we all can do that too. In fact, I think that planning for the future and living in the present can help keep us younger, at least with a younger mentality. So I hope that you enjoyed this. I will write all those little steps down. I'll have that in the description below. I'll put a link to my mom's book. And thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. And if you really enjoyed it, hit that subscribe button. And I will see you next time. All right, bye.